Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Now we're gonna be I can't remember what part this is, but we are going to be doing swapping the plugs around because it's a very good suggestion we had in the last few videos. Now with this video series, what I was hoping to try and prove to people is, look, it's not maybe as simple as you think to fix a car. Just because you've got an issue, it could be thousands of different problems, and everyone has their own approach of doing things, which is really interesting, which this series shows. But what I thought I would honestly get is a lot of people saying, you don't know how to fix it, that's why you're asking people. But I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is people telling me what I'm doing wrong. They're not reading the title, they're not looking at the videos. This is, can you fix it? So in other words, I take all the best comments, ones that got the most liked or the most referred to, and I use that method they're saying to do a further test to see what's wrong with the vehicle. And people, I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have done this, and I wouldn't have done that. They're really not getting the idea of it. There's some very stupid people out there. Seriously, read the title and watch the videos. I'm also getting people saying, do this test, when I've already done it. They haven't watched the previous videos. The problem is, somebody's coming along and they're watching like part 6 or part 5 for the first time. They're not reading the title, and it looks like I'm stumbling trying to find the problem. So if you do come across this particular video, please watch them all first, and then you'll get an actual idea. Anyway, so what I've done in a previous video is swap the coil packs around, and the fault didn't move. Now we've got an aftermarket coil pack on cylinder number 2, and I explained that before because obviously there was an issue with cylinder number 2 and someone's replaced the coil pack, which they didn't test it, they just assumed it was a coil pack. That's what I'm guessing. And I checked the plugs, and a good few people said, hold on Leon, they said, just because you check the plugs doesn't mean that, and they look good, doesn't mean they are good, which is fantastic. It's a really good, fantastic idea. So just swap these plugs around and see if the fault code moves. Excellent, so we're going to do that. But the other good thing about this is, especially when you're doing it on your own, this is a free test essentially. What I mean by that is, no parts needed, take them out, swap them, bang, sorted. This is a really easy engine to do it on, so it's really good. But some cars, you know, where you have to strip half the engine away to get to plugs is frustrating. But with this one, we don't. But what I want to show you in further videos is when you have a scope, for example, I can essentially do all these tests that everyone's been asking me to do without undoing a single bolt. And that's where a scope comes in. I can put paddles on top here, I can check my secondary ignition waveform, I can check my current ramps, I can do all that on injectors, plugs and everything, and I can tell you the condition of the plugs, the coils, absolutely everything without removing anything. And this is where it comes to what I'm trying to explain is when people give out to me and they moan that I'm using expensive tools, it's because it's quick, it's easy. If a customer comes in here, and I spend 3 hours trying to diagnose this, he's going to get charged 3 hours. But if I can diagnose it in half an hour, he gets charged a hell of a lot less. It means I can get more work in, I can earn more money, and the customer saves an absolute fortune. It's a win-win. And with a scope, which I will show in future videos, all these tests you can literally do in a couple of minutes once your scope is set up. But anyway, what we're going to do in this video is we are going to move the plugs. So that one goes to that cylinder, and this one goes to that cylinder, and we are going to see what happens. Now I've got a really cool nifty gadget to put these plugs back, and I'll show you that. Boom! Look at that, made by Facom, overpriced. It's not worth the money, but it's a gadget. I like gadgets. If anyone sees my channel, they know I love gadgets, all type of gadgets. And when I buy a gadget, I'll tell you if it's good or bad, so you can, decide if you want to buy it. Everyone, again, like I previously said, you use expensive tools. This is pointless. This is blah 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 blah. You know, the snowflakes you get. And I'm like, hold on, it's my money. If I want to waste my money on something like this, granted, it's a waste of money. Let me do it. It's my money. Yes, this is overpriced for what it is. And yes, I know people are going to say, well, I just use a hose and it's free. Yes, granted. You use your hose, I'll use my overpriced tool. Everyone's happy. Sorted. Now, the thing I really don't get about this is this can actually bend. So what I mean is, you can see that. Look, that I don't understand why you'd want it bent because there's no cylinder that's bent. Anyway, look, it is what it is. Right, as you can see, plug goes in at the end, spinning around. What this stops is, you know, if you try and drop that down there and you don't drop it like perfectly in the hole, you can actually bend the electrode at the bottom and cause misfires, cause all sorts of problems. So we just screw that down, pop, and there we go. Tighten it up, sorted. So let me get the other plug in, the other coil packs on, and we'll go back inside and we'll see what the live data says. Right, we are back in the car, and you can just hear the scan tools just turned on, and let's see what happens. Sorted. Right, so we're going to go into read data stream. Now, I know Dan did say you don't need to know the channels, you can just use the list. Yes, I know that, but knowing the channels is more impressive, let's be honest, just because he doesn't know the channels. But we'll forgive him. Anyway, we need channel 15 for misfire codes. And look at that. No misfire codes. But, I say but, the car is just ticking over. So let's just raise the revs slightly. And there we go. We're just under 2.5 grand. And misfires are counting up like crazy, but come back to tick over and the misfires stop. Now what's interesting is around 2.5 grand. Let's just go to 3.5. Misfires stop. Let it go back. Should reset. Reset. Come on. There we go. So I'm just going to rev it. That's 1500. I want to see when the misfire starts. 1500, nothing. We're at 2 grand. Just under 2 grand. It's difficult to do this. Nothing at 2 grand. Oh, here we go. Right. So, starts at 2 grand. Okay. So let's raise it up. We know it does it at 2.5. We're at 2.5 now. It's still going. Let's bring it up to 3 grand. 3 grand. Still going. 3.5 grand. Stopped. Right, so between 2 to 3.5 grand, the misfires happen. Oh no, we're at 4 grand now, and she's still happening, but very, very rare compared to. So there seems to be some sort of sweet spot between 2 to 3.5. Well, say between 2 to 4 grand. If we rev it up. Yeah, nothing at 5.5 grand. Listen to that 3-cylinder 1.2 engine purr. So there we go. It hasn't changed, people. So we've moved everything across. Now moving the spark plugs, great test because it's quick, it's easy, especially on this engine, and it's free, like I said. So yeah, fantastic test, fantastic suggestions. I just wish people would actually watch all the videos rather than, you know, just watching one and yeah, getting the wrong idea of the video and also telling me to do things I've already done. So that's it. What to do next, people? So we have, what have we done? I can't even remember now half the stuff we've done. We have checked the coil packs. They're fine. We've got an aftermarket one, but they're working. We've checked the plugs. We've swapped them. Still no good. We've checked manual compression and relative compression. All perfect. We have checked the injectors, the actual running part of the injectors. And so, what is next, people? What do you want me to try next? What I think I will do next is I'll do my scope video just to show you what I was talking about, you know, how easy it is with the scope. And then we can do, you know, whatever suggestions you want next. So look, everyone, hope it helped. Hope you enjoying this series. it's been great fun making it. It's great fun getting everyone's opinions and how they do it, because everyone does it slightly different, which is awesome. And it's just nice to see how people think. And that's it. So look, hope it helps. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, links up here, links down below. But most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one. Sorted.